Hello, friends, and welcome to the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy and Burk. Mark is, I think he's in, I don't know where he is.
We
He's
don't
in
know where he
some
is. He's disappeared.
faraway land. I don't know what
But
he's doing.
we can do it. We can handle it.
We're just not going to be able to know anything about the movie. That's the problem. Is Mark is the brains of the operation,
It's like-
and when he's not here, I feel like I don't know
I'm
what
like,
to
what?
say.
You mean you don't know who's in this? I thought you knew who was in this, but we do know
No.
who's in this because it's in the title.
Yes.
So it's a motion poster, and it's Suriya 42, which is a motion poster. It's a temporary title, has a star's name in it. We all know who that is.
Right.
It's a massive star. He was in Vikram. He had that great Rolex scene. Oh my God, he's so fun. So he's got a new movie coming out, but not till 2023. So
this is the very first piece of promotion for this, and it's going to be the first piece of promotion in a long line of promotional creations that they're going to give us bit by bit until the film comes out.
So this is a promo for the motion poster, which, as we know, is usually before they have any footage. A lot of times before they have any footage, they'll put together something with a lot of graphics and animation.
Right.
So we'll see what this looks like, and we're going to try and glean clues. What is this movie about? What could it be by looking at this motion poster promo?
What are they trying to tell us with this? What is?
Yeah. What is it? What is it?
What is it?
What is it?
Should we roll it?
Let's roll it.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
It's so cute. Like the song. Here it is.
In 3D, in 10 languages. Well, you kind of know what to expect. There's going to be big battles, and it's going to be beautifully shot. It's going to look.
It's mighty and valiant.
Yes,
it's
mighty and valiant.
Yes.
I like that there was all done from the point of view of the hawk flying over the battlefield and seeing
that was very cool.
Like the aftermath of a giant battle. It looks like.
Yes.
And it's also interesting with this that I think what they're doing, and I think the source of this artwork is probably the conceptual art that they do for the film.
Yeah,
like when they're doing like costume design and character design and the designing the general look of the film. This is my guess, is that I think they have a team of artists that come in and they do these paintings, these sort of look paintings, like a to get their color palette and their style. I think they call it like a style book. That's what we call it. Yeah. When I work on a show, I get a style book, and you go through there, and it shows what all the rooms look like. It has the color swatches of what the colors are going to be, so that when I design the stuff I do, it matches and it looks good with everything. Everything works together. Has the same vibe, style. Looks like it came from the same world. Yeah. So I think before they make a movie like this, they have to do a lot of conceptual design, and they get these incredible artists in there who design the characters and look. And then I think they use that stuff to kind of push forward with the film. You know, they show these things to the DP and the production designer, and they're like, this is what we want it to look like.
Yeah. And, I guess, they probably had, let's do conceptual paintings, how we want this film to look. They're probably, they've written a script or even a treatment. They want to get a look. They want to get a vibe. They want to make sure that Suriya is like happy with his character and how it looks. And so they probably had one great painting that showed this mighty character on a cliff with his hawk and his axe, and it was looking over the battlefield. They're like, this would be a really cool motion poster. So not only was it a motion poster, it was like an animated promo to the poster. So we had, it wasn't even just like, oh, let's just show the poster and it's moving. Like this was kind of a relatively epic kind of production. They had like a lot of, the CGI of the hawk flying over, and they showed a bunch of different angles. I love the close up of him from the side, and he's kind of looking around, and then you see the battlefield, and then he lands on his shoulder. So like you said, we have this God's eye view, but it ends up being a hawk's eye view. Yeah. And you have that great animation in between, which might be some other paintings they did. If they had like the elephant sound, they had like it was all in the dark, some flags, there was big battles,
stuff that was flickering.
That was very cool animation.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I love that stuff. I mean, I almost wish that they would do something like that, do like a cool animated with these kind of graphic looks, Yeah. But it definitely looks, period.
Kind of ways that you can animate a still image where they take a still painting and you could just even a little bit of motion will bring it to life, like some hair moving in the wind, or some of the belt straps that are hanging down kind of flapping around. And what you do, I mean, all you need to do with a thing like that is animate some moving hair and then comp that in and animate some leather straps flapping around and put that, and that just totally brings it to life and makes it look like it's a photo, like a shoot, a film shoot instead of a painting.
And production costs are very low because
parallax, where you put the background,
you could just do an animation. They did that for the end credits for KGF 2. They had that kind of animation where super graphic, and they kind of show him as a still figure kind of moving, but then you'd have some stuff in the background. Maybe the background was on fire and smoking, but his hair was kind of moving or something. They had like that kind of graphic static animation that was really interesting, and this was sort of similar. But I mean, this is way before we're going to see anything from the movie. Like who knows where this is going to end up, because they didn't even show Suriya's face. I mean, we just saw him from the back. We're just seeing a character. We just saw his name and a number, and that's all we really need to know, right?
You know who else also did that thing with the concept art, which I think is a really beautiful idea. I like it because it kind of gives a little bit of a shout out to the conceptual artist, is in The Mandalorian. If you watch The Mandalorian, at the end of The Mandalorian, they literally showed their conceptual art. Yeah. And what was kind of cool about it was sometimes it was different from what you saw in the show. There was, the designs were a little different. And you can tell how they conceptualized this stuff and then how it evolved before it actually went to camera. Exactly. And it kind of gives you a look at what, how the process happens. I mean, they get artists in there to do paintings and drawings for months and months before they figure out how they really want this thing to look. And I think, people are aware of that. People are aware of the production and how productions work, and they like to see a little bit of behind the scenes like that. And I think that's what The Mandalorian was kind of going for. This one, I don't know. I think this one is, they're trying to sort of show you the vibe of the film, the feel of this battlefield and this epic adventure story.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of a Game of Thrones-y, and they haven't even really, but they probably haven't even, they said shooting in progress, but that could mean a lot of pre-production shooting. Who knows what that is? Because like I said, this isn't due out till November 23. So they got some time. It's directed by Suriya Siva, and I probably didn't say that right. And the music was composed by rock star Devi Sri Prasad. So they're getting some people on board, and that was another thing. Music in this was great. Like they had like some really full formed soundtrack already. So that sounded really great. So he's a huge star. It's an A-list production. Even the motion poster teaser was kind of insane.
Yeah, so, it looks like a cool movie. It
really looks fun.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, kind of.
Yeah, epic battles,
big axe.
Yeah.
So cool. There it is. We got a lot to learn, but this is our first step into Suriya 42.
We're gonna probably show the other ones too as they come out.
Yes, we will probably do that. There'll probably be another motion poster.
Little by little.
I'd like to see the making of the motion poster, and then we'll see the making of which I love. I love seeing that stuff. The behind the scenes is some of my favorite stuff. So I'm very excited about that.
It's where I live.
It's where we live. It's what we do. That's kind of funny. The poster, which is what I'm usually working on, is coming before the movie, which usually I'm doing everything after the movie. So it's kind of funny to see that happen. We got a lot to learn from India when it comes to movie marketing. I'm learning that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, gang. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.